Everyone, thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Mindful Mondays. We are going to be taking a look at the general collective energy for the week of March the 28th to April the 3rd. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's in store for the general collective for March the 28th to April the 3rd. Show us everything we need to see, please. I hope you guys are doing well. I can't believe how time fast has gone, and that we are already in the last week of March. Spring is here, and I don't know about you guys, but there's a different type of energy in the mix lately. It's just this energy of wanting to move forward, be more creative, take more chances, this energy of wanting more, expansion, rebirth. So I'm really excited to see what's in store for us this upcoming week. Show us everything we need to see, please, for the collective, the general collective energy for this week. That was quick. What did I say about something new? Interesting. Wow. Okay, so at the top of the spread, we have here the Ace of Wands upright. Then we have the King of Cups in reverse. We have this beautiful Fool energy upright. And the last card in our spread this week is the Devil in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, our general energy is the Eight of Wands in reverse here. So definitely no communication, things kind of slowing down at the moment, which makes a lot of sense, especially since we start off the week with the Ace of Swords upright. So we're needing to take a step back and not be, not engage in so many conversations about something that's really important to us, something that honestly is propelling us forward into a completely different timeline. Now, I think we're at this point where we don't want to necessarily be influenced by other people, other people's opinions, their own fears and projections upon us also. So if you've been kind of having a hard time, trying to force certain outcomes, trying to get things to happen faster, I think you've kind of just like settled into this idea that maybe we just can't rush certain things and things will happen exactly as they're supposed to in divine timing. And so I need to step back and not necessarily be so communicative about things for the moment is the energy that's present here. Instead, we are going inward. Ace of Swords upright. We're going inward, but there is a warning here with this energy. Careful that you don't play tricks on your own mind, that you start to spiral into all of the different possibilities and situations and all of those things that could potentially happen to you here. I know that at the moment, you're kind of trying to be more cerebral, less in your feelings, less sensitive about certain things. If you've been having a hard time holding on to resentment, sadness, depression, anger, anxiety about certain shifts and changes that have really felt out of control for you, you're really trying to plan ahead, figure something out, have like a schedule or like a list of things you can do, or an action plan around this thing, but it's not coming from like a panicked state of mind or like an over emotional state of mind. It's coming from a place that's, I feel like, almost familiar. And that's part of also the problem here. It's like a double-edged sword. Although the planning process is very familiar, at the same time, you know yourself. And part of your toxic trait, Devil in reverse, might also be that you have a tendency to spiral out of control and overthink certain situations and every single outcome. So there is a bit of a warning here to kind of like chill out as you go through this process, and maybe keep it concise. Maybe don't allow your mind to kind of spiral out of control, and just be very realistic about what you're trying to manifest for this beautiful next chapter that awaits us. Now we have the Fool energy here, so definitely a new beginning around the corner, taking that leap of faith. For some of you, you've finally taken that chance and you're moving, relocating. Some of you might be starting a new job. Some of you might be going back to work. Others of you might be starting a new project, finally opening up that business, finally asking someone out to go on a date, taking that chance on yourself. It's going to be different for everybody, but again, the warning here is like, what are you going to pay more attention to? This positive air of possibility, or are you going to dip into how you can self-sabotage, or how you can overthink your way into being more anxious about the unknown, right? So it's really a matter now of, you've done the work, you've been doing this for so long now. Really believe in yourself, and know that even if the temptation to go back to old ways, old negative patterns is there, you've evolved and you're not the same person you were before. And let it tempt you, but that doesn't mean that you have to actually bite the temptation and actually go ahead and spiral out of control. So let's go ahead and take a look at this Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is clarified by the Three of Pentacles upright, Two of Pentacles upright, and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this is exactly what I was saying. We're not necessarily sharing anything about what we plan to do at the moment. This Ace of Swords is very internal. It's a very personal, mental, cerebral journey that you're going through. I don't think you're necessarily ready to tell people about what's going on, although there might be some other players in the background, more collaboration, other players that haven't necessarily been around. Maybe this might be some sort of expansion, new people in the mix, new collaborations, people from your past that have possibly popped back up, and it's making you really second guess, like, okay, I thought I knew my path, but I'm not sure about it right now, and I'm still in the middle of trying to juggle multiple timelines. So what is it that I'm learning from these new connections I'm making and these people that are coming into my life now, people that I maybe didn't even expect? It's less about speaking your truth at the moment and like going down the rabbit hole, processing what has been revealed to you now. A lot of information is being revealed through third-party situations, through other collaborations, new people that are in the mix. Less talking, more listening, I feel, for this week. Let's take a look at this King of Cups. King of Cups in reverse. King of Cups in reverse, please. King of Cups in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. High Priestess upright, the Hermit upright, and Justice upright. Perfect. We're really taking that step back. Okay, we're paying less attention to the opinions of other people. We are taking our space. We are taking our time. We're choosing to lean into our intuition and not necessarily all of these like sensitive emotions that are sometimes easily triggered by our fears, by our traumas. We're really trying to put that onto the back shelf for the moment and really start paying attention to what our higher self is telling us, because we already have the answers that we seek. However, when these fears come into play, it's very difficult to continue to channel that clarity that comes with this High Priestess energy. Justice is up here also, Libran energy here. So I'm really getting that if you have experienced some sort of unfair treatment, unjust treatment, or if you've really felt like life hasn't been kind to you lately, I'm really getting that things are going to start to turn around for you. There is a blessing in the things that haven't worked out. And even though it's been challenging and difficult to really like own that and use that as a way to propel yourself forward instead of holding yourself back, we're finally starting to clear some of this stuff out and make more sense of certain situations that have been very unclear from our past. Let's take a look at this Fool. I'm also very sorry about the background noise. You guys know I live in a condo. It gets quite noisy no matter what time of the day I film, so my apologies if you're hearing noise in the background. The Fool. Okay, well, we have the Five of Cups. Ooh, we have two. Four of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Cups upright, and we also have the Five of Swords upright. Woo! Lots of fives here. Big, big changes, right? Angel numbers, 5. Big, big changes and transformation coming for you here. I really think once you take the time to go internal and get cerebral and pay more attention to your plan of action and the things that you're working through, you're going to end up choosing to speak your truth here, okay? 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Sharing is fantastic. It's a way to also clear your energy. So if you've been holding on to a lot of resentment or things that haven't worked out, sometimes the only way to kind of release that is to let it out. Careful though, because you have the Five of Swords up right here. Your truth might inspire some sort of argument or disagreement. It might make people uncomfortable, and that's okay. Just because other people feel uncomfortable doesn't mean you shouldn't share. You can't control how other people are going to react. But the point here is that you have to share your truth. You have to face these cups that are still spilled. You're holding on to some stuff that no longer serves you. If you just turn around, you'll notice these cups behind you. There's opportunities that are still there. But how can you be open to new energy and new opportunities if you don't energetically release some things that are just taking up space in your life? You can't have this new beginning if it's plagued by shit from your past that no longer serves you. And yes, people may be upset about it, but you know what? You can't control how other people react. You can only control what you do. And at this point in time, you're really just dead set on no longer juggling, letting go of this Two of Pentacles, really paying attention to your higher self and what your soul purpose is, and releasing what no longer serves you. That's going to give you this new beginning. Beautiful. Let's take a look at this Devil in reverse. Devil in reverse. Devil in reverse. Nope. Okay, one more shuffle. Devil in reverse. Five of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, Two of Wands upright. Excellent. Okay, you're no longer feeling left out in the cold. In fact, if you were involved in a third-party situation, or if it felt as if you were constantly having to prove yourself, or that you were in competition with someone, or something along those lines, like it's just felt very tense. I'm getting also like very cliquey, probably also in your workplace too. These times in which you felt like you've had to prove yourself over and over, and it just like it never feels like it's enough. That's actually part of this Devil energy, is that, you know, that's an old way of thinking. It's fear-based. You don't have anything to prove to anybody. We are all here for a reason. We all have a specific purpose, a soul contract that we need to fulfill, and there will always be room at the table for everybody. And I think you're really starting to realize you don't have anything to prove or to show that you deserve to be here. Innately, you deserve to be here. And you're realizing that now. You're letting go of this Five of Pentacles energy. That's just a very... it's like very sad. It's so hurtful, like being left out like that. Three of Cups in reverse, not being part of the celebration. For some of you, you were like in the mix where there were just way too many players at the table. Maybe you were even trying to be something that you weren't because of this false sense of like fulfillment within this specific situation. And you're not doing that anymore. The world is in your hands here. Great Fool energy also. You can manifest and generate and create anything that you want for yourself. The Fool is in your hands, so it's really up to you, right? He's got the whole world in his hands. You guys know that song? You have the whole world in your hands, so what are you going to create from this opportunity, from this possibility? It's a beautiful week ahead, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and pull one last card to wrap up our reading for this week. Wow, it's been so long since we had lightness in our energy. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm loving it. All right. Final advice for this week. All right, we have two cards that popped up. I'll read them both to you. Here is the first one, playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. Wow, beautiful message of playfulness here. And then we also have my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. I almost also feel like this, my beloved, can be like a talk to yourself, like yourself, a message of self-love to yourself. You need to speak love back into your life. Like, of course, this can apply to a love relationship, but if you're not dating anyone, or if you've just been going through it right now with your own self-love issues, tell yourself, okay, you are love. Nothing is missing. You are whole and complete exactly as you are. And inject some more fun into your life. And I think you'll see that everything just gets better with a bit of sunshine and laughter. Like, laughter is such a great, it's such great medicine, and it's free. And surround yourself with people who can give you that energy, and where you feel open, and where it's easy to like accept that as well. All right, guys, I hope this message resonated with you. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.